Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. You look at Atlanta. They ascend up the lists to number 3 with some spirited play.
And checking out Chicago, they are rolling, showing a lot of belief in themselves. The fan base is energized. We'll see if they can keep this up.
Now the starting group for Orlando. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the 5. And for the Bulls, Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Josh Giddey is out there with White. And it's Levine in at the 3, the small forward. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
And Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes. So I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, it's been a work in progress, but it actually has paid dividends. Vucevic has worked hard to become a legitimate three-point shooter.
Here's Wagner. Caldwell Pope outside. Banchero against Williams. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look and a miss there on the triple. So the Magic, their last game, a win against Indiana.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Hey guys, well the Magic were one of last season's most improved teams, and with the addition this summer of Contavious Caldwell-Pope, they've addressed an area of real need. A player who can space the floor, add to their already stout defense, and has championship pedigree. They're going to continue to rise in this league, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. Now here's Giddey. Here's Vucevic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Man, like the way Vucevic, after contact, continues to work through and concentrate on the bucket. That's a credit to his body control.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Banchero. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Now, Vucevic, after Jalen Suggs missed from long range, drills the three-pointer. Giddey's got 5 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Carter outside. Now Banchero. Over Levine. A fadeaway J off the mark. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
The Bulls leading by 6. They've got Smith. Josh Giddey is out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
And that one, good.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Harris finds Isaac. Now here's Anthony. From the arc. Connects from three-point range. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Here's Vucevic. Another one falls for Chicago.
You know, Vucevic is pretty good, guys, in catch-and-shoot situations. That's not often the case for a guy his size.
Giddey against Anthony. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
It's time for Dance Cam. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us your moves. You're offbeat.
So for the Bulls, Williams, he's checked in for Smith. Dean comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. Orlando also making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. Franz Wagner comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Suggs in for Gary Harris. And Clark Cole Anthony is some kind of score when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best. With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. It's a three-point game. White, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Oh, that's a terrific pass by the big fella. Banchero is adding that element to his game as his career progresses.
And stolen by Wagner. With the drive, and finished off by Wagner.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
To the middle. Here's Carter. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Giddey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giddey's got 9.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Banchero. And it's nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
It's all tied in Chicago. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And you know, that usually leads to a high field goal percentage, and that's exactly what's happened here. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
A look here now at the Magic. You expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late in a tight game.
Invaluable information, no doubt. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And so in the game for the Magic, at the guard spots, it's Suggs and Anthony. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Wagner in its small forward. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game was played more competitively, and talking trash was welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Suggs against White. Anthony kicks to Suggs. Banchero left side. To stop the run. Rebound by the Bulls.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Williams gets the bucket.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
The Magic trail by 10. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Make some noise for your incredible. Now on the court, your hot squad. Get loud and let them hear you. On your feet, fans, make some noise. It's time for T-shirts.
Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. 5th on the list, the Magic.
Well, you talk about teams that had a great defense last year. You got to mention these guys. I mean, they were great at finding ways to come up with the ball. Deflections, loose balls, and steals.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Bulls.
In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
Oh, they really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since 2020.
Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. Anthony finds Suggs. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Suggs has got 5.
Part of the job description as a guard, but Anthony relishes the chance to give his teammates good looks.
Basket counts.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Caro outside. A 3 off the mark.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Goes Fumu, the pass to Giddey. 4 seconds left, and it's good on the way up. He's got 11.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We come back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Levine and Williams up in the forward position. Josh Giddey is out there with Kobe White. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Williams finds Levine. Giddey against Anthony. Giddey no good. The Magic trail by 15. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Suggs. And that's 11 points for Cole Anthony. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising, an effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
I like a lot of things about Suggs. His toughness and physicality, though, kind of stand out, especially at both ends of the floor. And I think he just continues to grow as a player.
He hits both from the stripe. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He reminded his team, we're up. All the pressure is on them. Let's just keep playing our game. Makes sense because they've got a nice lead late in this game. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Giddey, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Suggs kicks to Banchero. No good that time. Great D that time for Vucevic. Levine dishes to White. Kick out to Levine from outside the arc. Hands it from downtown. And the Bulls lead by 14.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Banchero, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
You know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Anthony finds Suggs. Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
Here's White. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Josh Giddey.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Suggs with the ball. Bean with the rebound. Here's Williams. Doesn't go that time. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm. You never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Nick, great win tonight. Good performance by you. How surprising is it that you contributed to the game in so many ways?
I wouldn't say it surprised me. I always knew I could play at this level, but I just play hard. Just play hard and get things happen. I don't try to force anything. I just let the game come to me, and I play hard. Rebounds. Like I said, it's a lot about effort.
Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up for Clark.